The movie opens with two individuals repairing a pipe. Fred observes bandits relentlessly pursuing his companions and firing at their vehicle. Without hesitation, Fred rushes to their aid, while Clara struggles to see what's happening from a distance and questions their whereabouts. Suddenly, their car gets stuck in the mud. Fred insists Clara get into his vehicle, but she stubbornly refuses to leave the vaccines behind. Determined, Fred helps free their car, though the bandits continue their relentless pursuit. They eventually reach their camp just in time, where Fred's men successfully fend off the attackers. Afterward, Fred and Clara share a romantic moment. Fred urges Clara to abandon her risky NGO work, but Clara, viewing it as a tribute to her late father, remains resolute and refuses to give it up. Despite Fred's concerns, Clara stays firm in her decision and walks away. The film then flashes back 9 months to a city engulfed in political unrest and riots. Alex calls Fred to check on their getaway plans. Fred responds that things aren't ready yet but assures Alex he will pick him up soon. Fred's final task is to help a high-profile individual escape the country. Meanwhile, Alex, an explosives expert, has already disposed of the explosives from his demolition job. After passing through security, Fred informs his boss that the plane is ready for their operation. Fred becomes disappointed when he sees his client stuffing cash into a bag. The transaction is interrupted by Ann from an oil company. Suddenly, the police arrive, catching everyone off guard. In a desperate bid to save himself, Fred's boss tries to bribe the police, but they shoot him dead. Amid the chaos, Fred and his team fight back fiercely, taking down the police officers. Gauthier shields Fred from a bullet, and Allah incapacitates another officer. Fred quickly escorts Ann to safety outside, while Alex is at home with his daughter, watching TV. Fred arrives home to a warm welcome from his daughter, who expresses how much she missed him. Fred then persuades Alex to use his expertise in explosives to crack open the safe belonging to their client, revealing stacks of cash. Fred, believing they need the money to secure their survival, convinces Alex to stay, despite the risk. Unbeknownst to them, the police had recently raided their boss's mansion. The mansion, initially appearing deserted, suddenly swarms with military personnel as Alex finishes setting up the explosives on the safe. The explosion kills several soldiers, leading to Alex's arrest. Fred, feeling helpless, is forced to hide as he witnesses the dire consequences his brother faces. Fred takes refuge in a camp, where he cares for Alex's wife and daughter, Malia, who blames him for Alex's imprisonment. Despite the risks in their homeland, Fred advises them to seek safety across the border, but Malia insists on waiting for Alex. Meanwhile, Alex endures harsh prison conditions and is forced into fights orchestrated by corrupt guards who profit from his victories. Inside the prison ring, Alex initially dominates but faces a new, powerful opponent. As bets escalate, Alex fights fiercely, using headbutts and relentless punches to secure victory. When a corrupt officer denies him his winnings, Alex confronts the officer and distributes the money among the onlookers, leading to a chaotic rebellion against the police. Alex is moved to another cell and warned of more fights as punishment. Refusing to perpetuate the cycle of violence, Alex makes a stand against brutality. Fred's colleague brings alarming news. A stray bullet from the bandit attack ignited a gas pocket, causing a devastating fire in the oil field. To manage the crisis, the company offers a substantial reward for help. The fire poses an imminent threat to a nearby camp situated over another gas pocket, intensifying the urgency to extinguish it. Fred and Alex, known for their mercenary work and explosives expertise, are chosen for the dangerous mission. Fred, skilled as both a mercenary and a driver, is tasked with transporting nitroglycerine, while Alex's proficiency with explosives is crucial for ensuring safe delivery. Despite initial reluctance, Fred agrees to the mission under the persuasion of Alex's wife. With Ann facilitating Alex's release from prison, they embark on the mission by helicopter but are ambushed by bandits in the treacherous territory. Gauthier is assigned to ensure their journey's security, while Clara, familiar with the region's roads, serves as their guide. Clara's commitment to saving the refugee camp drives her involvement in the perilous journey. Given the instability of nitroglycerine, air transport is deemed too risky, compelling them to undertake a hazardous road journey toward the raging fire threatening the camp. As the brothers meet, Alex confronts Fred, leading to a tense altercation. Fred urges Alex to calm down. Meanwhile, Clara arrives with the NGO team and their identification documents, preparing everyone for their mission. They pass through a police checkpoint after their documents are verified. At the solar plant, they carefully load the nitroglycerine into boxes and prepare to leave. Nearby, a bound security guard observes their activities closely. As they depart, chaos erupts when the bound security guard unexpectedly attacks, causing a catastrophic spill and explosion of the nitroglycerine. Miraculously, Fred and Alex narrowly escape harm in the ensuing chaos, their expertise and quick reflexes proving invaluable. Tensions rise between Clara and Gauthier, exacerbated by Gauthier's focus on monetary gain over team cohesion and safety. Their journey is interrupted by a necessary stop, during which Clara relocates to Fred's truck seeking solidarity amid the escalating dangers. Despite their progress, they soon encounter a dangerous bandit minefield ambush, forcing Gauthier into a risky negotiation that quickly escalates into gunfire. Gauthier's courageous intervention turns tragic when a bandit fatally shoots him, intensifying the confrontation into a fierce firefight. Fred and his team retaliate with skill, systematically taking down the attackers in a desperate bid for survival. Fred, ever mindful of Clara's safety, quickly ushers her back into the truck as they evade the relentless pursuit of the remaining bandits. Gauthier, seizing the initiative, exits the truck to confront the bandits, eventually neutralizing their leader and disrupting the chase. After regrouping, they strategize to optimize their safety, deploying one team member on a bike while the others follow closely, navigating the treacherous terrain with caution. Their scout's bike strikes a mine, resulting in a sudden explosion. Alex, alert to the danger, warns the group to freeze and carefully checks and clears the mines, a tense and time-consuming task. Fred assists Alex in this painstaking process, which unexpectedly strengthens their brotherly bond. Fred, burdened by guilt for Alex's hardships, hopes for his brother's forgiveness. When Fred accidentally steps on a mine, Alex risks his own safety to pull Fred to safety. Fortunately, the mine is defective, sparing them from disaster. Their precarious calm is shattered as gunfire erupts, forcing them into a fierce firefight with hidden bandits. Fred responds swiftly, driving the attackers out of hiding. Tragically, amidst the chaos, Nisha accidentally triggers a mine and perishes. Gauthier neutralizes the remaining bandits, underscoring their resolve to complete the mission. Recognizing the urgency, they decide to split up, knowing it's their best chance to reach the village in time. Fred and Gauthier team up and reach a crucial lake, while Clara and Alex take a different route, encountering a blockade that forces them to devise a plan to clear boulders obstructing their way. Fred skillfully navigates the lake, ensuring the safe passage of the nitroglycerine they carry. Once across, Gauthier, believing the toughest part is over, decides to take full control of the operation and claims all the rewards for himself. In a shocking turn, he shoots Fred and pushes him off the truck. Clara and Alex, having taken their alternative route, eventually reach the same lake and successfully cross it. From a distance, they witness Fred's truck exploding on the hills due to Gauthier's betrayal. Clara and Alex, initially fearing Fred is lost, are relieved when a villager approaches and leads them to Fred, who is alive but in urgent need of medical aid. They quickly lift Fred into their truck and continue their journey. On the way, they face another ambush by bandits. Clara uses nitroglycerine to create explosions that halt the attackers. As they near what they believe to be the end of their mission, the truth about the oil company's fraud is revealed. Upon arrival at the village, Alex confronts Anne, who holds his wife and daughter at gunpoint, coercing him to complete the mission by plunging the nitroglycerine into the well. It becomes clear that the promised drilling team never materialized, confirming Fred's earlier suspicions about the company's true motives. In a decisive moment, Fred intervenes by shooting Anne and her bodyguard, prioritizing Alex's family's safety. Alex rushes to embrace his loved ones while Clara pleads with Fred not to drive the truck into the well. Despite her protests, Fred, driven by a need to atone for past mistakes, makes the ultimate sacrifice by driving the truck into the well, triggering a massive explosion that extinguishes the fire and ensures the villagers' safety. Fred's heroic sacrifice concludes the film, his selflessness saving lives and paving the way for Alex and his family to start a new chapter. Clara, however, is left to grapple with the grief of losing those closest to her during their perilous mission. With that, the movie ends.